Hey guys, I'm Colwen, another Transformers video. Today I've got Transformers Classics Jazz, Transformers Power of the Prime Jazz, and Transformers Legacy Evolution G2 Autobot Jazz, who really is just a repaint of the Earthrise Jazz. So let's go ahead and get into it, why don't we? Okay, so here we've got Power of the Primes Jazz. He's a really nice figure overall. I'm not going to talk about the limb mode. I'm just going to focus on the robot mode, the transformation, and the vehicle mode, because the other couple jazzes that I'm reviewing for these videos, they don't have limb modes. So I left the hand off to the side somewhere else. So we're just talking about him straight on. And like we can see all around, he's got a nice sleek look. He's got obvious vehicle parts. He's got some nice Cybertronic detailing on the back here. He's got the nice silver jazz style gun molded in white, painted over in silver. Articulation wise, he's got a ball jointed head and he's got some nice wiggle waggle going on, and it's a nice 360. His shape of his head, he can't really look up because he's got that nice block head, but it's fine. It's cool. He does have a waist joint thanks to being a combiner figure, and I'm not sure where they got the inspiration for his mold from, okay? He does have Combiner War engineering and articulation and similarities to other vehicle combiners, car combiners, but I really do feel that they kind of just did their own thing with this guy and made their own jazz in Combiner War style, you know? Continuing on with articulation, though, he's got this hinge there that's really more for transformation. He's got this swivel here. He's got a ball-jointed elbow. Now, here's really weird. Here's really weird. Look at this stuff, okay? No, that wrist is not functional at all. Like, you know, the only way to make it functional is to pop it out and manually turn it and put it back in. Manually turn it, and like, even that won't... There we go. But I think I'm warping the plastic that way. So, I don't know. Near as I can figure personally is that this arm design is loosely based off of another figure. And instead of going out of their way to redesign it, they just went ahead and they didn't care. I don't know. Is that a ladder molded inside his arm? I swear. There's a ladder molded right in there. Can you see that? Why is there a ladder inside his arm? How big are you meant to be? Ball jointed hips, at the hip swivel, nice knee bend. So let's go ahead and bring in all the other articulation guys, all the other comparisons. Oh, let me put him over there. And, like, it's really neat to see the transition between the three jazzes. Like, he was a reimagining of the G1, and now here we have the more cartoon-accurate one. And, like, I'm pretty sure they had to pay some type of royalties for his, because his vehicle mode is a lot more accurate to the Porsche. His, not so much. They fudged it and cheesed it a little bit so that they could get away with having a Porsche-style vehicle without having to pay royalties. And the one in the middle is a Cybertronian one. He looks all weird and alien teched out and stuff. So, like, he's like the midway kind of a little bit, you know? Let's go ahead and bring in our other comparisons. We've got Film Noir Spider-Man. We've got Scourge. Let me bring these guys forward a little bit and bring them up in the back. We've got Hubcap right in the middle. And let's have the dead Autobot over here, and we can get the car mode right there. And let's get on with the review. And I'm forgetting somebody again, aren't I? So, transformation now. We do need to take his gun off. Real quick mentioning, though, he does have, surprisingly, a lot of Siege ports, even though Siege ports really didn't become a thing until Siege. He's got 2 on the back here, and then 1 in the middle of his back. He's got 1 on the side of his arm, so if you are so inclined, you can actually mount the gun like Megatron style. You know, it's a little loose, but hey. And then there's one in the bottom of one of his feet, but that really is for the combiner hand, and we're just not going to talk about that anymore. Take his toes. We're going to go articulate. Let's just transform him now. Take his toes, pop him up there. Take his arms, and make sure they're straight with the back of his tires like this. You see that? Okay. Take his torso and pull that up. Pull down, flip the head in, and then you're going to fold out through the hood, and then these tabs here are going to go, come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, you need to have this down a little bit, and then you can push it up all the way. Otherwise, it's just going to run into the windshield. My bad. My bad. Take his arms, put them straight back with the body. Come down here to the legs. Now, this is what I was talking about when I said he had Combiner War transformation engineering, because this is something they did on a lot of the Combiner War cars, where you'd open either the front of the leg or the back of the leg, fold the leg into it, and then close that down. Now, there's 2 slots in the back here and 2 tabs here, and this is all going to close down like this. Now, this double hinge in the back here, this double hinge assembly is intended for converting him back and forth between his 2 limb modes, because he can become either an arm or a leg. And this right here is also for converting for combining onto the thing. And like you can see how they just use the basic core section and like the legs of another combiner figure, and then designed this completely separately just to go on there. And like, I really would like to think that that's how they did it, and like, I'm impressed. I really am. It's a really nice remold. So these tabs are going to go into the slots on either side of the torso, and then this long bit here is going to go into the groove right back here. You see that? And that's all going to tab together. And here we have a somewhat Earth-based inspired, but still Cybertronian vehicle. I mean, maybe this looks like a real race car. Go ahead and correct me down below if this is a real race car. We've got pegs back here for standing Titan Masters or Prime Masters. That's kind of cool. We got these ports here for mounting weapons. Yeah, you got visible head syndrome. It's obvious he's a transformer. And yeah, you don't want to have the head all the way down, because then his head's going to be dragging. Make sure it's upwards. And even though, yeah, he's watching the road real good. Alright, let's bring in the comparisons. So, here we have G2 repaint of the Kingdom Jazz. Here we have the Power of the Prime Jazz. And here we have the Classics Reveal the Shield Jazz. And again, it's really cool to see somewhat Earth-styled, Cybertronian style, and then really good version of a proper Porsche style. Let's go ahead and bring over Film Noir Spider-Man. We can bring in Hubcap and Scourge. And here's the dead Autobot. With dead Autobot in vehicle mode. So, Power of the Prime Jazz. The limb modes excluded because we didn't touch on those. He's a very fun Cybertronian kind of Earth hybrid vehicle mode. Yeah, there's obvious robot stuff underneath, but it's a car. It's not that big a deal. If you need a Combiner 4 figure, there's a bunch of different vehicles to pick one. I can't really say one over the other. I like his clear windows and all that. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but he's got, I'm not sure, but this one might be one of the MAGA ones. There was a lot of hoopla and controversy for a little while about these Cybertronian letters apparently translate to English as MAGA. That's just funny. I think it's a fun vehicle mode, fun transformation. Overall, Power of the Prime Jazz is a fun figure. Pick them up regardless of you need a limb or not. So, I've been Colwen. Thanks for watching.